Okay, so this whole Diddy thing, right? It's not just about him anymore. It's like a domino effect, and everyone's waiting to see who's gonna get knocked down next. And let me tell you, all eyes are on Jay Z and Beyoncé. I mean, were they really in the dark about everything? Come on now. Look, the internet's been buzzing ever since Diddy got raided, and people are digging up all sorts of dirt. The latest? The baby, yeah, the rapper, is claiming he was at a party at Diddy's house back in 2020. According to the baby, Diddy cleared the room, but he let the baby stay along with, get this, Jay Z and Beyoncé. He says Beyoncé even introduced herself to him like he didn't know who she was. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a little weird, right? And that's not even the half of it. Remember Ariel Mitchell, the lawyer? She said someone contacted her about selling a freak-off tape involving Diddy and another celebrity, someone even bigger than Diddy. Now, who's bigger than Diddy? The internet went wild, and a lot of people immediately jumped to Beyoncé. I mean, the timing is sus, right? Then you've got Jaguar Wright chiming in, saying the baby didn't spill all the tea because Jay Z and Beyoncé were helping him with his NFL deal, so he wasn't about to ruin that by talking bad about them. See how tangled this web gets? Honestly, it's hard to know what to believe. But here's the thing, people have been side-eyeing Jay and Bey for a while now. There have always been rumors, whispers about their connection to Diddy and his lifestyle. And this baby story, the potential tape? It just adds fuel to the fire. Some people are even saying Jay Z was setting Beyoncé up, that he was getting her hooked on drugs like Diddy allegedly did with Cassie. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what some folks are saying. There's even this video of Beyoncé looking totally out of it at a basketball game, barely able to keep her eyes open. People are saying she was hungover from a party with Diddy and Jay the night before. Wild, right? And remember when Beyoncé's assistant supposedly told Media Takeout that Jay Z was being physically abusive? She said he was shoving and pushing her, treating her like an object. I mean, that's a serious accusation. Now, Storm Monroe, the YouTuber, is saying Beyoncé is releasing all this new music and going on tour because she's worried about how Diddy's legal troubles will affect her career. She thinks Jay Z is next to be exposed, and that Beyoncé is trying to make as much money as possible before the whole thing blows up. It all paints a pretty grim picture, doesn't it? But let's not forget 50 Cent. He's been all over Jay Z since this Diddy thing started, posting pictures of Jay on milk cartons, making fun of him for hiding out. He's even bringing up Jay's alleged son, Rami Satterthwaite, and the paternity lawsuit. And if the rumors are true, 50 is working on a documentary about Jay and Beyoncé. Oh man, that's going to be a mess. People are already picking sides. Some say Beyoncé is totally innocent, others say she knew exactly what was going on. It's a whole thing, and it's only going to get messier. Okay, so where does this leave us? I mean, you've got all these allegations flying around, and it's hard to separate fact from fiction, right? But even if half of it's true, it's still a pretty bad look. The thing that gets me is the power dynamic. Diddy's got all this influence, all this money, and these young artists are trying to make it. It's easy to see how someone could get caught up in that world, feel like they've got to play along to get ahead. And if Jay Z and Beyoncé were part of that scene, even tangentially, it raises some serious questions about their own ethics. Were they complicit? Did they turn a blind eye to what was going on? Or were they just naive, caught in the wrong place at the wrong time? I honestly don't know. But I'm not ready to give them a pass just because they're famous. And let's be real, this whole freak-off tape thing? That's some seriously messed up stuff. The idea that someone's filming these encounters without consent, or that these tapes are being shopped around like some kind of commodity, is disgusting. And if Beyoncé is involved, even if she didn't know she was being filmed, it's still a huge violation of privacy. I'm not saying she's guilty of anything, but I'm also not buying the innocent victim narrative. She's a grown woman, a savvy businesswoman. She's not some damsel in distress. If she was at these parties and saw what was going on, she had a responsibility to speak up, to do something. And the drug allegations? That's a whole other level of messed up. If Jay Z was really getting her hooked on substances, that's straight up abuse, and it would explain a lot. Honestly, that video of her at the basketball game? She looked completely out of it. If she was really hungover from a party with Diddy, that's not just embarrassing, it's dangerous. But here's the thing, even if all these allegations are true, what's going to happen? Is anyone going to be held accountable? Diddy's already facing serious legal trouble, but will Jay Z and Beyoncé face any consequences? I doubt it. They're too powerful, too well-connected. They'll probably just weather the storm, issue a carefully worded statement, and move on. And that's what's so frustrating about all this. The rich and powerful always seem to get away with everything. They can buy their way out of trouble, silence their accusers, and rewrite the narrative. And the rest of us are just left to watch, feeling helpless and angry. But maybe, just maybe, this time will be different. Maybe this Diddy scandal will finally expose the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry, the exploitation, the abuse, the corruption. Maybe it'll force people to take a closer look at these celebrities we idolize, to see them for who they really are, flaws and all. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm hoping for the best. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about Diddy or Jay Z or Beyoncé. It's about power, accountability, and justice. And those are things we should all be fighting for, no matter how famous or powerful the people involved are. So, you've got to wonder, right? What's the endgame here? Is this just going to be another celebrity scandal that fades away in a week, or is this the beginning of something bigger? I'm kind of leaning toward bigger, because it's not just about the parties, the tapes, and the alleged drug use. It's about power and how that power gets used and abused, especially in the music industry. Think about it. Diddy's been at the top for decades. He's made stars, broken careers, and controlled a whole damn empire. And all that time, there have been whispers, rumors, allegations, but nothing ever stuck. Why? Because he's got the money and the influence to make it all go away. And Jay Z? He's built his own empire, from Marcy projects to billionaire status. He's a genius, no doubt about it. But he's also ruthless. He knows how the game is played, and he's not afraid to bend the rules to get what he wants. Beyoncé? She's a queen, a freaking icon. But even queens have to play the game. In this game, you've got to make deals. You've got to scratch backs. Sometimes, you've got to look the other way. It's just how it works. But maybe, just maybe, the rules are changing. Maybe people are finally starting to wake up and say, enough is enough. Maybe they're tired of seeing these powerful people get away with whatever they want while everyone else suffers. I mean, look at the #MeToo movement. That was a freaking earthquake. It took down some of the biggest names in Hollywood and changed the way people think about power and consent. So, could this Diddy scandal be the music industry's #MeToo moment? It's possible. There's already a lot of anger and frustration out there. People are tired of the hypocrisy, the double standards, the blatant disregard for the rules. And 50 Cent, love him or hate him, that dude is a master troll. He knows how to get under people's skin, how to stir up controversy, and he's not afraid to go after anyone, no matter how powerful they are. If he's really working on a documentary about Jay and Beyoncé, that's going to be explosive. But here's the thing, it's not enough to just expose these people. You've got to hold them accountable. You've got to make sure they face real consequences for their actions. And that's where the legal system comes in. Will Diddy actually go to jail? Will Jay Z and Beyoncé be implicated in any crimes? It's too early to say, but the fact that these questions are even being asked is a big deal. And even if they don't face legal consequences, there's still the court of public opinion, and that can be just as damaging if people start to see Jay Z and Beyoncé as villains, as enablers, as part of the problem.